back in Anachronox. This is part 7. For those of you just joining us, last episode was pretty much just running around, cleaning up a couple of the side missions that we missed, and getting some collectibles that are here in Anachronox. However, we also now have a third-party member, Pal 18.
All shuttles to Center Station are currently departing
Bit
from
of a
the
sassy
south
robot
platform.
slash comedy relief, though I guess in this game it's everybody's comedy relief. And we are now got our tickets and are on our way to Center Station. Whatever you want, no. I just want to talk. Technically, you talked back, so does that mean it's yes?
All shuttles to Center Station are currently departing from the south platform. All shuttles to One Gate District are currently departing from the north platform.
Theodorus, my wife and I were once deep space explorers, long before senders revolutionized space travel. Back then, placing people in stasis for the duration of their journey was the only way for folks to travel through the vast reaches of space without dying of old age before reaching their intended destination. Believe it or not, Theo and I spent the last 119 years in suspended animation aboard the science vessel. We were prematurely released from stasis when a glitch in our ship's hyperdrive engines thrust us back into
to One Gate District are currently departing from the north
surprise
platform.
when we learned that the discovery of sender technology had rendered our primitive mode of space travel obsolete. After we adjusted to all the changes brought about by the last 2 centuries, we decided to devote our lives to rescuing the crews of the hundreds of pre-sender ships that are still out there, stuck in stasis, drifting aimlessly through hyperspace. Of course, we've got to find the ships first, many of which will be difficult to track down. We know it's a daunting task, but we're determined to save as many as we can.
All shuttles to One Gate District are currently departing from the north platform.
Ah, this is the One Gate platform. Torrin Bay. I think this auto map's out of whack. Are you familiar with the layout of this place? I'm trying to get to the north section of Anachronox. I hear Anachronox North is a pretty posh area. Don't get me wrong, I have no interest in hanging with rich snobs and hangers-on.
All shuttles
I'm just
to
looking
Center
for
Station are currently departing from the south platform.
Cavertane. She and I have unfinished business to settle. Oh, did she send you?
All
You here
shuttles
to
to
kill
One
me?
Gate
Go away,
District are
bug.
currently departing from the north platform.
I'm really here to kill you. Lenny, where's Hephaestus, George? George. It's far away, Lenny. Real far away. It's the planet of Mistech. You know what Mistech is? I don't know, George. They're alien antiques, Lenny. Do you know what an antique? Don't put that in your mouth. Do you know what an antique is, Lenny? Inside my mouth?
All shuttles to Center
No, Lenny,
Station are
not inside
currently
your mouth.
departing from the
All
south.
you want me to hit
One
you?
Gate District are currently departing from the north platform.
Stop putting that in your mouth. Leave him alone. He's just slow. Haven't you ever met anyone who was slow? Can I hit him? No, Lenny, you better not. You need to back off there, friend.
All shuttles to Center Station are currently departing from the south.
So the platform that we want. Of course I could have looked at the giant signs.
All shuttles to One
the
Gate
direction.
District are currently
Then you don't get to talk to interesting people. Private Moss, I think. Is that what PT stands for? Ships are constantly disappearing in the Sanders cloud. I've read all about it. He's in denial. He won't admit there's something lurking in the cloud. Captain Brennanson.
All shuttles
First,
to
the Sanders
Center
cloud is
Station
a
are
myth.
currently
Vessels travel
departing
through it
from
all the
south
time.
shuttles to One Gate District are
It's
currently
just a
departing from the
superstitious one.
north
He
platform.
believes every ghost story at the Academy. Senior Tomate. The time for my death has come. Don't tap me. Okay. Gonger. Shh.
All shuttles to Center Station are currently departing from the south platform.
Patrick, he's crazy. I have plenty to say. He's crazy. I have plenty to say.
Shuttles to 1 gate district.
And to make that joke make sense, Mad Caleb, we're all just puppets in a game. There's no point to our existence except the few pointless words put in our mouths. We have no past, we have no future. We are forever frozen in this brief moment of time, forced to repeat ourselves in a vicious loop. If you doubt me, listen to yourselves. Try and say anything besides the one or two meaningless lines you have been granted. We are all condemned to repeat this moment, trapped in a maddening circle of despair.
Are currently departing from the
We're all just puppets in a game, and of course, you know, then he starts repeating. Which makes this guy saying, he's crazy, I've got plenty to say, over and over again. Even more funny. Cuff Mulaf. He keeps hitting me with his staff. How unprofessional. Betcha I could wave that staff around and spew gibberish better than that. He's not even trying. Look, he's just making stuff up.
Departing from the south platform. All shuttles to 1 gate district are currently departing from the north platform.
Misa. Hey cutie, you looking for some action? We swing every which way if you're interested. Your loss. Dustin. Man, I finally scraped up enough money to get off this rock. I can't wait to start my new life. Can I borrow a loony?
All shuttles to Center Station are currently departing from the south platform. 1 gate district are currently departing.
Core Demon. Core Demon. I am Core Demon. I have a nice tot behind. Okay. Look at my flanks. I should have been a riding steed. Want to check out my teeth? Not really? Pet the Time Minder.
All shuttles to Center Station are currently departing from the south platform.
Off we go. Welcome to Center Station Station. Before you think I mistakenly repeated station, no, it's actually called that. Brick's ticket taker. Welcome to Cinder Station Station. Salad is free today. And Crevice just got skewered by bars.
What's the plan, Stan?
We need to buy 2 tickets to Sunder and get this show on the road.
Hey, how about a quick pit stop at the red light district while we're here?
Will you pull that chin out of the gutter and put your mind to business? Bell Curves and Sunder is much classier.
What's wrong with him, Daddy? He must have eaten Trotsky for breakfast. You're dumb. Jim Jonas. I finally found a place where I belong. It's a church cooperative on Sagan 4. We're like a big family. Reverend Peebles is teaching us his social gospel. He's a brilliant man. I'd follow him to hell. My parents are worried about me. They think I've joined some dangerous cult. They don't understand. We're all gathering in the courtyard for special toast next week. Reverend Peebles says we'll finally all become one with the promised land. I'll pray for you. That's not creepy at all. Dr. Shooten. The brain train to Sunder? First of all, you certainly aren't getting in looking like that. Sunder's a planet of the most brilliant scholars and scientists the universe has to offer. You're not exactly dressed like a genius. Second of all, credentials from the Scientifica Association are required in order to get past that security door. Sorry to jump to conclusions, but I doubt you have the necessary references. Third, there's a ticket taker beyond the security door. Since all flights this month are sold out and booked, getting on board seems extremely remote. Lastly, you'll have to face the infamous brain bouncer. He makes sure you really have the smarts it takes for Sunder by asking you a series of very difficult questions. If you can't answer them, you ain't going. In other words, we have to get past the security door, look more like scientists, and get past the brain bouncer. Security checkpoint, authorized SA scientists only. Scientific Association Draft Standard 7, credentials are required beyond this checkpoint. Any attempt to fold, spindle, or mutilate this door will result in severe penalties. Please go away before we kill you. I think we need Scientific Association credentials. There is, however, a little bit of hacking we might be able to do, depending on how long it takes. I think I need to get Scientific Association credential specs before I can override this baby. Where can I get some inside science know-how? Oops. Wrong button. And that's the door we need. TraderBot Sandy. Hey, I'm TraderBot Sandy. Let's make a deal. Hello, sir. May I be of assistance? Sorry about that. I guess this is something we'll have to come back to later. Mercedes Welch, please, take a pamphlet. Stop Foresight massacre of civilians on Genius. Or Guinness, I think. In an effort to turn the tide of their 23-year-old war against the genocides, the Foresights have launched a disproportionate air, land, sea bombardment of heavily populated cities like Gens. News reports indicate at least 12,000 genocide civilians have been killed, including mothers, children, and the elderly. We urge you to support our call for the immediate withdrawal of all Foresight troops from northern Tennis in accordance with the Pax Dellenus resolution. Dropping bombs on civilians is terrorism. Help us. Like another pamphlet for a friend? Nope. Phyllis Collin. I can't believe the Needles are standing right over there. Their album, Beat the Beatles, is the greatest record of all time. My friends are going to freak when they see these pictures. Isn't Paul dreamy? fall. Very strange. Ready to go. Well, there's no one here to tell us what to do. Paul's got a ticket to ride, but he don't care. It doesn't matter much to me either. Oh, let it be already. I'm writing a song called My Sweet Chord. You've never heard anything like it. Yeah, it's guaranteed to raise a smile. I've been studying under Etramishi Kajumashi on Asagan 4. He caresses and possesses me. Have you seen me, grandfather? Are you sad because you're all alone? Man, I had a dreadful flight. As you know, it ain't easy. I think the Beatles are more popular than Clads. Hey, did you see that cute bird just go by? I need somebody to love. You were made to go out and get her, Ringo. I think she has colitis. Yeah, it was something in the way she moved. Renego is not my real name, you know. So that one already. Custom tried to butt me for possession of Toka, but I was clean, man, clean. I would probably get much more of those jokes if I was more familiar with the Beatles, but I think we get the idea. Angus Winterman, the safari on Tanteg Act 10 this year is going to be most excellent indeed. Ever picked up a gun, boy? It's exhilarating. Animal in your sights, the recoil of the weapon against your cheek. Blood. Oh, the blood. It's an underwater expedition this year. Hunting in the ocean is a hazardous endeavor, and a most excellent challenge indeed. Between you and me, these Bapedri are surprisingly good hunting. Keenland runners. So he's hunting the little guys. May Nardmic. There are 130 tiles on the ceiling. I've counted them all. Twice. Apparently you've been here for a while. Haven't talked to these guys. Carl Cannons. This guy keeps pawing at my underwear. Watch it. RP. Sir, why would I be rough with your underwear? I hate underwear with a passion. Probably some joke I'm missing there. Albert Spenze. I'm flying to Guinness to report on the Foresight War against the Guinnessites. The first 3 reporters never came back. I'm number 4. I don't expect them coming back, but someone's got to tell the story. That's Spenze with the Z, by the way. We're going to Matrix Zero for our honeymoon. Because who wants to be themselves on their honeymoon? Thanks. The trip to Matrix Zero is costing me half a year's salary. If it's not better than sex, I'll sue. I've been waiting all my life to go to Matrix Zero. I can't wait to be someone other than me. Neither can I. What? Nothing. 2 hours from now and I'll be in Matrix Zero. Ticket window. Welcome to Center Station ticketing. Shuttle tickets to all destinations cost $100 per person. Please choose your destination. Sunder 3. Right? That's right. We are sorry. All Sunder shuttle tickets currently boarding at Gate 5 are sold out. Right. Hey, this guy looks familiar. Detective Ruck. Sly, what are you doing up here? I'm glad you got out of that hellhole. I'm a little uncomfortable with the thought of Detta being the biggest fish in Anox. I was going to tell you to skip town, but I knew you wouldn't listen. Me, I'm up here following a PaxNet lead about a Tetra smuggler who blew into town with an unflawed specimen of Tetra. The thing is, he was seen leaving the Commons a while back, but hasn't shown up in the red light district to cut any black market deals. Given how hot unflawed Tetra is, everyone suspects the worst. I'm poking around here to make sure he isn't hiding out in some local safe house. My chief concern is that something happened to him in the road tubes on the way to red light. If If that's the case, his body might be decaying in some dark corner even as we speak. Unfortunately, PAC's operating procedures require me to be completely exhaust an area's possible clue before moving on. You want to partner up again and take a trip down the road tubes to see what's up? I mean, knowing you, you're probably passing through there anyways, huh? Make sure you snap a picture of anything suspicious. Alright, another little side quest for us. And those guys aren't talkable, so onward. PAC's guard. I pray to class, you're a troublemaker. There's nothing prettier than a young punk with a fat lip. Onion face. I thought she loved me. Do you love me? Class loves me. Class loves me too. Okay? Typhia. Achoo! Oh, sorry about sneezing in your face like that. It's the custom of our people to greet strangers with a sneeze. It lubricates the ocular and symbolizes brotherly love. I see you're uncomfortable with our customs. Excuse me. Goat knife. Go away. Sam Way. Looks like things are building up to the conference at the end of the week. So what's your line? Private investigator, huh? I had a cousin who was a gumshoe on the Dreyfus colony. Sounds like interesting work. Bet your business is hot and cold, huh? Ever think about working at home, pulling in over $30,000 a year in addition to your regular income? Ask me how. How? As you may already know, Corticom Industries was built from the ground up by people just like us, providing friends and family with affordable versions of all their favorite products. Would you like additional information concerning the amazing benefits Corticom Industries can offer you? Yes, I would love to receive further information about how Corticom Industries can change my life. Great! An information packet detailing the road to your new life should reach you within the week. In other words, it's the pyramid scheme. Already talked to that guy. Obert. Buck. Okay. Some series of binary numbers. This guy's crazy if he thinks I'm gonna buck. I should stop wasting his time and walk. Walk. Okay. Not sure what's going on with those. Fuentes. He's gonna buck. I can feel it. Come on, Daddy. Give it up and Hancock. Carlin Moy. You talking about what? About buying tickets from a scalper? That's illegal, man. But yeah, I know a guy who might know who to talk to. He's a friend of mine. A cousin, practically. It'll all be discreet. Yeah, his name's Goat Knife. Nah, don't let the name scare you. He's a stand-up guy. Hangs out near the entrance to Cinder Station in the shadows. Find Goat Knife near Cinder Station entrance. That's all I know, man. Well, we were talking to him earlier. So, what does he want for tickets or left kidney? Well, I don't scout tickets myself, but there's a guy I know who might help you out. He's into clowns. So, we need to go find somebody near the clown. But first, talking with people. We have awkward walking animations. Prima Secundo. I have to get 600 conference dinners catered. All I can find in that quantity is fish. But about a fourth of the delegates are fish. Oh dear, oh dear. This guy, I think he's wanting around. I'm starting to tell because they all look the same. Psych Bukart. It's like you can't go anywhere these days without coming across a Corticon product. They make one of everything. They dominate every market, every field. Anytime something new and innovative comes out, Corticon rushes out their own version within just a few days. Always a little more useful and just a little bit cheaper. Unethical business practices? Hell, Corticon wrote the book on the subject. They've got an entire industrial espionage division with double agents in almost every competing company in the galaxy. They deny it, of course. Hell, I bet Corticon's even got some scam worked out with the SET Commission to avoid antitrust laws. Those cyclopic little bastards are running the industry. Seeing ya. I swear to Claus, man, I'm trying to be reasonable, but these Corticans freak me out. Ever since I was a kid, I felt like their single, unblinking eye was staring straight into my soul. Now they're everywhere, and I can't avoid them. Imagine trying to negotiate a multi-million loony deal with someone you feel so naked around. You ever feel like going up to a Cortican and poking his huge, unblinking eye with your finger? Did I just lose my credibility? This theoretical science building is probably promising. Fuzz Pepper, is your yellow suit gonna wheel deal or not? He better pull his feet out of the ice and pen to paper this sucker, or else he's biting more than the chew. Spin in 65 tonight, not tomorrow. No ants pants this time unless you blue book without jerking us on the dime. I'm not kidding. Neither am I. That's why we pay or play at 68 or your cheap yellow suits crying home to one-eyed mama. Buck or walk, pal. Anyway, we slice it, we're getting squeezed on the dime. I've done the math, and you're pulling cover below. Don't deny it or we walk. Squawk all you want. If you want a buck, you boy better dig deep. We got peaches on the property, and if he don't buck, someone will. In fact, I spy Shaz Monito breaking change over there with a smile. Big deal. He'll cry money, brothers, and pinch you in the back end deal. Who wants that? Nobody. Let's buck before I walk. 66.5. You trying to make me laugh or cry? You eyes over ears? Spit out the Trotsky. 6/8's the magic number if you want a buck, otherwise walk. 67. Tonight only. Buck or walk. Buck. Tell your yellow suit he's pinching dime like a kneezer. He better anti by moon over while his sheets are still wet. I'm hungry. Want to spin the moon burger? Get gush? You're crazy. That was a lot of strange lingo. I think somebody just had fun sticking a bunch of random words in the middle of the dialogue. Shaz Monito, if Jefferson wants to wheel deal, he better Hancock before the Money brothers scoop up the slack. 52 on the spin end. He's in for more than you can blue book the property by moon over. 60 below, play. We know Jefferson's got dime to boot, so the deal's dead if he's gonna play dead. We ran the numbers past the slicer. It's spin end or we walk with the dime. Jefferson's heavy hitter and he won't have the wool pulled. Certainly not by you. Fine, we can blue book the ante, but only if he's willing to goose us on a back-end deal. Oh, stuff the done stance. You know Jefferson's in a moon over pinch, and he's balls tall for a spin end. You want to close this deal or cry home to daddy? Come on, man. Word's tight in your poison's tailspin, and he ain't breaking wind unless he lands property before we go quarter, so stop making big and pay the 60. 60 blue book by moon over. Buck or walk? Buck. But tell me he's playing piano with broken fingers. Pleasure doing business. I'm hungry. Let's get a taco. I'm insulted. I've been with the company 5 years. I've asked to come to the conference for the last 2. They finally scrounge up enough money to send me, and they put me in this Sendormitory of all places. Aren't I worth the deluxe palatial suites? Aren't I a valuable employee? Well, aren't I? Do you think I'm expendable? I don't feel expendable. Alright, I think we've actually talked to everybody on the ground floor area here. So let's go up the back here. Frick. If you ask me, brother, I think the SET Commission has done a lousy job of organizing this year's trade conference. There's only 2 days left, and half the delegates haven't even arrived yet. To think that this is the same commission that governs all intersender commerce. Absolutely chilling. It's disgraceful is what it is. Agreed, brother, but such is the way of things. Why is it the most incompetent sleps are usually the ones with charge? I'm sick of it. As am I. Perhaps we should consider joining one of the subversive terrorist outfits intent on disbanding the commission. I hear the Anarchy Legion has a great dental plan. I like the way you think, brother, but say no more in front of this stranger. His silence makes me edgy. My lips are sealed. Hello. Goodbye. Ignore me creepily staring on as you carry on your conversation. It's a dormitory. Not a lot of room, but a lot of rooms. We'll deal with the phone guy in a bit. Raya. Hey, you make opportunities for yourself. If you don't have the stomach for what it takes to succeed, you're a loser. You're not important in my life, and I doubt you're very important in yours either. You carry your insignificance well. Herbert Mother. Tell me more, Master Raya. Harrison Praquad. Look at Raya bragging about his investments. I bet my portfolio is bigger than his. My investments are firmer and last longer. That wasn't innuendo. Diva Dofer. Oh, I'm just waiting for a friend. Excuse me. Lounge of Commerce. Vance Treister. I always wanted to be a mime. Now I'm a banker instead. Life sucks. Window marked. Tom Repro. That's the Lipfinger 4 over there. They held the Boffo conference last October. Their singing voices are pretty good too. They end up every conference with a barbershop quartet rendition of Funny Money, in Berbulian. I bet I could kill all 4 of them. Okay. Ray LaPaglia. Just because a company's profit growth is sky high doesn't mean you should dive in, right? The price of the stock's got to jive too. Invest in stock only if the price is right as rain. Mel Velter. You gotta invest fast and hard, baby. Run with the winners and deep six the losers, and quick. Invest aggressively. Steve Kafka. Investors poo-poo dividends, but when the market's in the gutter, I'm in the bank. Invest in dividends. Bob Gonzo. You gotta buy contrary to public wisdom. No, really. Scoop up all them junk stocks nobody wants. Believe me, it pays. Invest in junk. Very interesting strategy. Origin. I've been so lonely since my husband died. He had a brilliant mind. I miss his genius. No one could ever replace it, but sometimes I wish I could meet someone special. Oh, I'm just an old daydreamer. Never mind me. Naughty. Goat knife? Yeah, I know the creep. Did he tell you it was scalping tickets? That jerk. Man, I don't do that stuff anymore. Will you let me alone? I don't know anything about it. You're pissing off the clown. Look, there's a guy hiding in the shadows around the Lounge of Commerce just up the way. Ask him. Now get off my back already. You get the feeling we're getting the runaround? This is the Lounge of Commerce. This must be him. David Ofer. Naughty sent you? Why didn't you say so in the first place? You need tickets? How many? Where? I need 2 tickets to Sunder. Sunder? Hard to find on such short notice. It will cost you, but I think we can arrange something. Find Slick Janone in the road tubes underneath Pumping Station 7. The entrance is an unmarked door near the pack station. Right, okay, same thing, so we have to go to the road tubes. Let's check for any other people to talk to before checking out some of the buildings around here. Hello? Mean Tang. Psst. Give me a buck and I'll let you in on a little secret. Here's a buck. This better be good. Thanks, man. Here's the secret. You know that door right around the corner? Well, it leads to Pumping Station 7. But if you break left instead of right, there's a gate that leads to the road tubes. Center Station's underground substructure. If you take the road tubes all the way down into the core, you find a secret red light district where you can party till dawn. I've probably been to the red light district more times than you have, buddy. Why don't you tell us something we don't know? Oh. Well, did you know that the road tubes are infested with drug runners these days? It's become quite the little drug route ever since Duke Deuce lost the Gorian drug wars a few months ago. With all the heating ducts, it's hotter than hell. Leather just seems to soak the heat right up. So there you have it. How was I supposed to know you already knew about the red light district? It's not my fault you were dumb enough to give me $1. So that is, yeah, public station extra 7. Janelon, you said to wait for him here. You promised to come back. That was 2 days ago. He was a dashing young pilot who swept me into his world and said he would take me away from this place. I believed him. I bought 2 tickets to Democritus. We were going to start a new life there together. He took the tickets and said to wait for him here while he got the luggage. He'll come for me. I'm sure he will. Yeah, about that. I remember the first time I bashed a punk's head in. It was the summer of 23. We were quelling a spat of civil unrest in Cortica. Man, those were the days. I remember the feel of the whack as my arm absorbed the impact. I kept going for the eye, a single unblinking eye, clubbing it until it cried blood. I'll always remember that wonderful feeling. Every time I see one of those one-eyed bastards walking around, I think of the first time. Sometimes it's hard to resist the temptation to relive the moment. Okay, story time's over. Hit the road, Jack. Glad I don't live here with the cops like that. Saval, 2 months? There's no way we can get the stabilizers properly installed in that short amount of Nagrasat. Shh, get it done. That's ridiculous. How do you expect to get quality work from folks who haven't had a day off or a decent night's sleep in 6 months? You can't just, shh, get it done. But you're being unreasonable. Don't you see that, shh, get it done. Oh, sod off, get it done yourself. I quit. And away he goes. And he's coming back. Where does he get off mouthing off like that? Without us, he's nothing. He was hired to do a job. Why can't he just get it done? What are you doing? Are you getting it done? Yes, yes I am getting it done. And talking to everybody along the way. Sorry about that. I have a slight coughing problem today. Rishtok. A lot of people rag on Corticon, but the truth of the matter is we've made it possible for the masses to live in comfort for relatively cheap. So eat me. Yeah, that's right. Blonde Chicago. That's Warren Weedman. He's leading a pseudo-religion whose faith is in money. Currency their god. What else is new, right? He's trying to recruit converts by speaking free today, but look out. Once he gets meat hooks into you, he'll string you along until you're in the poorhouse. What a crackpot. Hey, you interested in investing in Biparty meat? Nope. Warren Wheaton. Can you not interrupt while I'm speaking? So he won't let me talk to any of them there. I believe that is almost... Oh wait, there's the ramp goes up a little. Nope, it doesn't. Alright. So the pumping station will progress the quest for tickets. In the meantime, let's check out some of these side areas here. Traderbot Norm. I'm Traderbot Norm. Wheel, deal, buck, or walk. Hello, sir. May I be of assistance? What do you got to sell? Nothing I seem to be interested in. Data. Should I grow a mustache? Oh wait, you want a chamber, don't you? $2 a piece. An extra buck gets you a pillow. No thanks. No problem. Creep. actually need to rest up, so... Welcome to Hotel Rooms of the Future. Claudia, I just dreamt I slipped out of my sleep chamber and fell down the shaft. That was harsh. Rick Jones, I just had a nightmare. The stars were falling. The universe was in flames. This is the 7th nightmare this month. I'm so scared. My dreams come true, most of the time. That's why something big is going down soon. I can feel it deep inside. It's the place where the dreams come from. Of course, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. That's why I picked up some nifty cosmic wristbands while I was on Crafton, just in case. Go up the stairs. Never occurred to Boots to actually try crawling in there. Dr. Nix. I didn't find one apartment artifact on Barbula. I can't return to the archaeology department on Sunder empty-handed, but call me a failure. Gasp. You don't think they put me in Rainbow Sanctuary with the heretics, do you? Yes, I've got a ticket to Sunder. Now leave me alone. I'm not in a talking mood. Okay. I wonder if... Give me your ticket, huh? I understand. You're worried sick and you haven't made up your mind one way or the other. That's fine. I mean, I hate to bother you while you're trying to make such a big decision. It's just that you remind me so much of my sister. My sister Lucille. You would have loved the hell out of her. Hell, half my hometown did. Often more than once. She was an open young lady with a taste for the mundane, exotic, and everything in between. She brought home a different boyfriend to the family dinner every night. She especially had a soft spot for you Corticans. She said something about the solitary eye excited the poet inside her. The real kicker was when she brought home a Peruvian for dinner. I've never seen my mother drink more Gorian wine. She could barely look at the kid, which was a real shame considering what an interesting lad he turned out to be. I must admit, even if I had a hard time keeping my meal, I keep envisioning what my sister was going to do with him later that night. I'm not sure how my sister would tolerate the mechanics of it, but Claz, bless her, if anyone was going to experiment, it was her. I think she just wanted to lay down with every type of alien in the galaxy just to say she had. I think our little Brapulin was just another check on our very long list. Although it was a short-lived affair, she dated him long enough to infect us all with his love of Brapulian cinema. He was especially a sucker for the Brapulian New Wave movement. He introduced us to the works of Karam, Truftaya, and Rodango. He made us appreciate a film aesthetic based purely around aliquot camera lenses which produce moving cubist imagery. Rodango was the first to use Caro circuit filters and cubist lenses to great effect in his landmark film Spike 435. I don't know if you've ever seen any Brazilian cinema, but the interplay of light and shadow, fragmented color schemes, and Doppler editing techniques make for a highly charged filmmaking. Truftaya took the concept of splinter theory to the next degree with her groundbreaking film Pincher Crab Next. Her use of indiscrete color tones and radical shutter techniques revolutionized the Brazilian film industry. These days, just about every film out of Brazil features fracture editing and trilateral focusing. But it wasn't until Karam's deep sight photography in the milestone film Rasma that, here, take my ticket to Sunder. Please, just go. Yes. So that gives us one ticket. side trip then. Something I haven't done, save the universe. Traderbot Vince. Hey, I'm Traderbot Vince. I got the best deals and I'm looking for quality items. I wonder if you can actually make some cash that way by getting some items from some of them and then trading them to others. Pay to Pray, Chapel Reliquary. Welcome to Pay to Pray. The relics of 3,600 different religions are housed here within our bank vault secure, bulletproof Pray Pod. For only a reasonable fee of 50 loonies, you can be put into the presence of a holy relic from a religion of your choice. From a great glory tether to a Peruvian saint spine, we guarantee a quality communion with the authentic relic no matter how obscure your faith. Would you like to purchase quality time with our Pray Pod? No. Remember, money is transient, but your salvation is eternal. Pick my lock, please. Oh, 10 seconds and 5 tumblers. I can't go there yet. Let's go back up. Don't be fooled by the hype. Megalocephalic Wendy is nowhere near as good as Megalocephalic Fred. Not only does Fred come with 40 collectible containers, but he also sings the special Megalocephalic family theme song in 12 languages. Pretty remarkable, wouldn't you say? You are seriously disturbed or you need therapy. You are seriously disturbed. Well gosh, that's not a very friendly thing to say. Truth hurts, babe. I don't talk to mean people, even cute ones. Like you can find what you want, pick the number, and purchase it. And maybe Pal can hack these. We have one scientist out.
Tighten your belt, sunshine. We got a bird to catch.
We're professional scientists. Now we're going back to see if the other one does anything. Hey, this data link's busted. I guess not. thinks I'm a pushover. Guards always pick on me. They beat me up and stick their finger in my lunch. I was trying to buy a heel grease, but the weird prism was jammed up in the delivery slot. Any idea what it is? This is a holy prism from my school of order. I can meditate with this at the pay to pray downstairs. Okay. Wonder what that gets him then. Curious as to what that was in slot 1. Long-lasting energy for the most demanding of toys. Corticom is the most popular brand of batteries in the galaxy. Oh, this is a size B battery. Megacephalic Wendy. Okay, so anti-Winky amulet protects from Winky in battle. Protects from poison. Protects from Winky and nuts in battle. Protects against slow. So, alright. All kind of expensive considering how much cash I have at the moment. So, let's see. We still need to get past the brain bouncer and the security door, and we need one more ticket. Oh, right, of course, we were going to go have Grumpos meditate, because that might end up getting him something. Meditate with hexagonal prism. What a dazzling prism. We graciously accept it as valid proof of your involvement with the School of Order. Slip up to the prey pod. The black cube of perfection will rotate into position shortly. My meditations have proven fruitful. Grumpos learned Heal Field. So it's another battle skill, which takes a while to get. That should be reasonably useful though. Of Commerce, which apparently doesn't have any openable doors at the moment. Station theoretical science of something. Science data center. This might get us past the brain bouncer. Maybe. TSM database. You wish to download it? Yes. Unbelievable botany. Mathematic cogitation. Alien archaeology. Staggering statistics. Computational conundrums. Scientifica credential specs. Organized chaos theory. Chemistry coup. Geology more than something something. And that's just other stuff. Hey, I downloaded the entire science database. I got the scientific credentials and I'm smarter than you now. Which means we can probably go back to the station and forge the credentials this time to get past the door. Mokeski, you can't know. He won't know. You promise? I promise. Where is he? At the hotel? Does he suspect? Why would he? He can never know. He will never know. Do you love me? Hey, do you mind? Come on. I'm just gonna watch you guys, you know, whatever you're doing. Because nothing says romance like, you know, a science exhibit. Pico Red. Check out the science computer in the lobby. There's some pretty nifty information in there, including how to blow up your workplace using twine and a bottle of hand lotion. Look at you. You got all excited by the hand lotion, didn't you? Or was it the twine? Tachyon decay detector. Back in time. The concept of time travel has been around for centuries, most notably as the subject of countless science fiction stories. Unfortunately, there is no practical way to travel into the past, and the sheer physics involved in such a venture have relegated time travel to the ranks of imaginary science. Nevertheless, a small vocal group of scientists insist that traveling through time will indeed be quite possible someday, and they believe that the key to unlocking the mystery of time may very well be found in the study of tachyon particles. Tachyon particles. Simply put, tachyons are particles that are constantly moving faster than the speed of light, as opposed to tardions, which can't surpass the speed of light, and luxons, which can travel only at the speed of light. The theory. Until recently, tachyon particles had only been detected in controlled lab experiments and never in nature, so the rumored existence remained strictly theoretical. All that changed when Dr. Roe Bowman proposed the construction of a revolutionary device capable of isolating a tachyon particle and pinpointing its exact position in space and time. One of the more amazing things about the tachyon decay detector is that it isn't limited to just detecting artificially created tachyons. The device can also trace the negative age from a pre-existing tachyon particle and determine the point of origin in the future from which it was first formed. Dr. Bowman earned great acclaim with her invention. Unfortunately, her more recent theories regarding the nature of mistech have been mired in controversy. Once revered for her brilliant analytical mind, Bowman has suffered from a severe fall from grace in the minds of her peers. In fact, her radical and rather unorthodox methods have made her somewhat of a pariah in certain social circles. So it is with great trepidation that scientists from different parts of the galaxy accept Bowman's findings as scientific fact. Still, the empirical data collected thus far cannot be so easily discounted. The device will require further study in order for us to grasp a greater understanding of the behavior of objects in relation to space-time. For better or worse, the natural existence of tachyon particles can no longer be refuted. And this in itself may turn out to be a monumental first step towards unraveling the secrets behind time travel. There's a lot of text for that small sign. Anti-gravity ring. I don't know, did that break? The Grand Vision. Long renowned for their impressive technological achievements, the inhabitants of Democritus once had the grand vision to construct magnificent twin cities floating among the clouds above their homeworld. Whether they were motivated by the noblest of intentions or just plain hubris remains uncertain, yet no one can deny that their remarkable efforts eventually made Tantacel a reality. Floating in air. Far beyond the capabilities of common minor field repulsion, the anti-gravity technology employed by Democritans on the two rings encircling their planet was modified for the Great Tantacel experiment. It was a daunting task made worse by the fact that the project would involve the constant levitation of an incredibly large mass, thereby exceeding the requirements of simply stabilizing a balanced system. Never before had such a feat been attempted, at least certainly not to such a grand scale. Despite such a massive undertaking, Democritus was up to the challenge. Before long, Tantacel was finally completed, with catastrophic results. The disaster. Since Democritans have long favored an extreme isolationist policy which precludes any free exchange of information, little is known about the events leading up to the Tantacel disaster, apart from the tidbits gleaned from a few journalists who were allowed to cover it. Disappointingly, what is known about the cataclysm amounts to nothing more than reported sightings of a huge chunk of Tantacel suddenly dropping out of the skies for no apparent reason. Rare eyewitness accounts described how Tantacel heaved and bucked without warning, then split into two with a sickening wrench as a little over half its bulk plummeted from the skies like so much dead weight. Many believe that it was an uneven distribution of mass that forced an incredible amount of torque to be centered on the juncture between the two halves of the twin cities. This resulted in the formation of an irreparable stress fracture, which in turn caused the fatal shift in the floating island's center of gravity that led to Tantassel's ultimate destruction. Regardless of idle speculation, it appears that the exact nature of the circumstances surrounding Tantassel's tragedy is bound to remain shrouded in mystery. Cantor Hal. Whoever's running the museum should think of filling the walls with antique weapons. That always brings in the crowds. Photakion transceiver. Oops. The distance problem. After the tragedy that befell the Endeavour, the scientific community struggled to come up with a more efficient and immediate means of subspace communication. Up until then, the radio wave has been perfectly suited for communications over interstellar distances. But as the incident with the Endeavour had so graphically illustrated, radio waves were extremely limited by their capacity to travel only as fast as the speed of light. Despite scientists' best efforts, the distance problem appeared unsurmountable. Probably should start at the other side. The disaster. The Photakion transceiver on display is by far the oldest piece in the museum's collection, dating back to the early part of the 3rd millennium AD. Its origin is directly linked to the tragic story of the Endeavour, a science vessel on a 5-year exploratory mission destined to end in calamity. 3 years into its ill-fated mission, the Endeavour was knocked off course by a passing meteor shower. Many of the ship's onboard systems were damaged as a result, including most of its navigation equipment. Unable to enact repairs or rectify their flight path, the damaged vessel sent a distress signal back to Earth while spiraling helplessly along their new course. Earth scientists were horrified when their projections estimated the Endeavour's altered course now placed it in a direct path with a super-congested asteroid field and certain death. Scrambling to find a means by which to alert the Endeavour's crew of the impending danger, the greatest scientific minds of the planet transmitted a radio message to the doomed vessel with detailed instructions outlining how to realign the ship's trajectory. But by the time the message arrived, it was too late. The Endeavour had already plowed prow first into one of the giant asteroids. There were no survivors. The solution. It wasn't almost until 20 years later that a determined physics engineer named Dref Riso came up with an ingenious idea of bonding a radio wave signal to photakions, essentially piggybacking the signal onto pre-existing photakion particles already speeding through the hyperspace. Though impractical for large-scale commercial communication beyond the system, the device which came to be known as the Photakion transceiver proved to be very effective, making it the first instantaneous subspace radio in existence. As it turns out, it was later discovered that the first working Photakion transceiver prototype had been invented by a young child genius in Madison, Wisconsin, USA, Earth, Seoul, about 100 years earlier. Another place to potentially hack. I think that's a data link for maintenance and diagnostic boxes. Okay. Coming soon, Miss Tech Mayhem. Hermano. It's a beautiful work of art. The fact that it actually does something useful is amazing. Inertial dampening, a fun, hands-on experience. Let's watch an inertial dampener in action. This experiment is similar in construction to Garbin Fizeka's original amusement park ride, now only legal on Hephaestus. When you press the button, the mechanical arm flings the iron ball into the air, but it doesn't fly away. Instead, its inertia is all gobbled up by the antipolarity-inducing micro-intraneutrino chromatomagneto-dissonance-producing internal dampening field. The iron ball then falls harmlessly back into place. Press the button for a demonstration. Travel through senders. Sitting in space like silent sentinels from forgotten times, senders are huge reflective spheres that were systematically placed throughout the universe by parties as yet unknown. Equipped with long spikes protruding out at regular intervals over its thick surface, each sender possesses the means by which to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other. According to the old Earth calendar, the first sender to be found by Earthlings was discovered near Pluto around 2229 AD, 50 years before the humans made first contact with the race of aliens known as the Gorians. The first encounter with extraterrestrial lifeforms forever altered humanity's future, ushering forth a series of horrible wars. This was followed by an age of peace and prosperity, during which time the centers became the hubs of lucrative trade and galactic civilization. The largest sender ever discovered is located at the very center of the universe. Dubbed Sender 1, it acts as a relay station connecting all other senders to each other. Without inertial dampening. It was in the year 2229 AD that an unsuspecting Earth astronaut first came upon a sender. Honing in on when the signal be transmitted by one of the spikes on the mysterious sphere's surface, pilot Lee Austin must have been startled to suddenly find his ship rocketing towards the sender. The small spacecraft was then thrust inside a hyperspace tunnel and catapulted out to a different section of space, all the way on the other side of the galaxy. Unfortunately for Austin, his ship was not equipped to withstand such powerful inertial forces, and though his battle vessel made it through the history-making journey relatively unscathed, Austin himself did not survive the trip. All that remained of the pilot was a glowing mass of unidentifiable fleshy pulp. With inertial dampening. 40 years after Austin's death, a young inventor named Gabriel Zisco came with a solution for the inertial dampening problem for a railgun-based amusement park ride he had been commissioned to design. His efforts were remarkably successful. 8 years later, a breakthrough in the development of Torzelsky radiation decycling shields made it possible for Zisco's inertial dampening technology to be applied to hyperspace travel. After several manned expeditions confirmed the safety of the procedure, travel through sender spikes quickly became the standard mode of traveling vast distances across the galaxy, and it remains so to this day. And that was probably a much larger exposition dump than you signed on for. Sender Station Gold Deluxe Palatial Royal Penthouse Suites. Major Dome. This is the Sender Station Gold Deluxe Palatial Royal Penthouse Suites. We're known throughout the galaxy for the luxury and majesty of our suites. It's doubtful you can afford a room here. Our cheapest suite costs 1312 loonies. No thanks. Dr. Brywell, I'm going to take it for the next brain train to Sunder. There's very important work there to be done. I just wish I could concentrate. My brother was married this weekend and got me thinking. I have 3 Einstein Awards in cyberdimensional science. I extrapolated the formula for cybernetic superconduction. I've discovered 12 different circuit fusion particles, and they're all named after me. But will I ever discover love? Sometimes I wish I could stay here and never go back to Sunder. I'd love to have an adventure, or build a house, or fall in love. I'm just an old daydreamer. Never mind me. Is the little flower on the table? Found lovely rose. Wonder if I can get him to find a girl and then get the ticket from him. Moi moi. Your kidneys? Yeah, can you believe it? They're not filtering out all the right stuff or something. I mean, this could be bad. Jeez, when did our bodies start falling apart like this? I know it's not a big deal, but I'm a little embarrassed about it. It's almost like I don't want anyone to know. I can see that, yeah. It's like, you know, my wife knows, and the nosy creep listening to our conversation knows. Soon it's going to be all over the papers. Maybe you should stop drinking. It's my kidneys that are broke, dunce, not my liver. Don Margot. The Sender Station Gold Deluxe Palatial Royal Penthouse Suites are in the ultimate in luxury. Why, the Queen of Tezeroth herself has stayed in this hotel. The suites are exquisite. The aroma of wild Cluvian bayberries, considered the most fragrant flora in the galaxy, is pumped into every room. There are mirrors on the ceiling and pink champagnes on ice. I don't know if I'd want mirrors on the ceiling. Chief Rozek specializes in Boolean cuisine, delicious to even the most discriminating palate, and prepared for the hotel's very own herb garden. It is our attention to the smallest detail that makes this finest of establishments. Would you like a job application? La Contessa. Isn't that painting exquisite? I can't stop looking at it. The artist is a Bernardian named Drabu. Bernardians aren't the only talented artists on this planet. Have you ever heard of a Thun in person? They are magnificent, docile creatures. It's a shame they're almost extinct. That makes their artwork nearly priceless. Their Talon sand sculptures are extremely rare and incredibly hard to preserve intact. In fact, I hear one is scheduled to be put on the bidder's block in tomorrow's auction. You should fetch a hefty bundle for the lucky seller. Hard to put a price on beauty, isn't it? That's what I do. I'm an art dealer. My family's been in the business for 10 generations. We've amassed quite the collection. There are 3 factors you want to be conscious of when buying fine art. First, the technical skill of the artist, as he masters the medium. Some species are incapable of working in certain mediums. For example, only a Thun with special secretion organs can create a Pytalian sand sculpture. The second factor is the condition of the piece. Imperfections and defects can drastically reduce the value of a piece. The third factor, which is never given its due consideration, is the strength of a message communicated by the artist. It makes the difference between window dressing and an immortal classic. And then, okay, so that's just going through all of our stuff again. Not much in here other than that scientist who's looking for love. Which now makes me wonder if the lady up here who got left alone would be interested. Oh wait, no. The old lady by the clown. Sorry to bother again, but I need to give you this rose. Hey, don't get too excited. It's not from me. It's from a sharp-looking gent staying down the block at the penthouse suites. His name's Dr. Brywell, if you want to thank him in person. But you better hurry. He's leaving for Sunder pretty soon. Romantic doctor from Sunder? At the penthouse suites? Really? I think I will thank him in person. Excuse me. And now, she will make her rather long way down there. Save real quick. It's getting close to where I'm going to have to switch the stream so we don't go too much over an hour. Actually made some pretty good progress so far. Got our coats, got one of our tickets, and hopefully on our way to getting a second. And got our credentials and potentially the knowledge through the brain buster. We do want to get some of the side quest stuff in the road tubes, so we'll still want to cover that. But we may almost be done with Sunder Station. Or Sender Station, sorry. We're going to Sunder. Come on, walk faster. Here, take my ticket to Sunder and sell it. I have further research to do here. We've got the tickets. The only place left to go is the road tubes, I believe, for the side quests, which I could potentially also have used to scalp the tickets, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to save here, and we will pick it up next time. I definitely need a large drink of water. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.